Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. It's Wednesday, which means it's brand new comic book day. New comics are in the shelves all across the world. You can get them digitally, get them physically, get them any way you want. In my hands is one of those releases. This is Superman Top Cat. It's part of the DC Hanna-Barbera crossover that's going on in this 5th week. This one's actually really good. So it's written by Dan DiDio, script Shane Davis and pencils, Michelle Delecki's inks. Dean White, J. Nanjan, and High Fire colors, and then there's the backup, final part of the Secret Squirrel story of J.M. DeMatteis. It's the writer, Tom Mandrake, artist, High Fire colors, Travis Lanham is the letterer. So, the Superman Top Cat, basically there's this kale alien being running around killing people. It is really funny when it pokes when it makes fun of kind of the real world. There's some winks and nods about gentrification, about hippies, and people think kale is superfood, that sort of thing, stuff that I just is not my thing, clearly. And for that, I found it really funny and enjoyed it a lot. So where a comic works, and works really well, is where it makes fun of stuff. Like, I don't know if it was purposely doing these winks and nods doing that, but it pulls it off really nicely. The comic kind of generally devolves into a lot of fighting. There's some humorous stuff throughout, and it's a nice throwaway, and I enjoyed it. To me, it's the second best of the bunch as far as all the comics that are out this grouping. The introduction to where Top Cat's working, it was it's like a gentrified neighborhood in Gotham. I think it's funny, in that that's kind of pointed out that this is where kale's going to be, all that stuff. With the gentrification comes the kale, apparently. And just, of course, no one likes the kale, which I think is really funny. And there's a lot of humor to it that works really well. And yeah, it's solid stuff. The art is good. Kind of show this off a little bit, give a little teaser. It works really well. Superman looks solid. Top Cat looks well. It just flows nicely. Overall, it's entertaining. I don't know if it's necessarily worth the $4.99, but it's definitely worth reading. If it was like a $2.99 comic, I would say get it. $4.99. I know it's not much more, but it feels like a lot. So I think that's kind of the only thing, is I don't know if it's necessarily worth $4.99. But I enjoyed it. I laughed. It was funny. The Secret Squirrel story is part 4. If you haven't read the first 3 parts, not much point in reading the 4th part. It wraps up the story nicely. There's lots of action. There's some good humor to that as well. I really like the end of it. I did not see that necessarily coming, and it kind of had a slight touching thing about it. And what's interesting is that part really changed the tone of a lot of the story, but I enjoyed the story itself. If nothing else, it makes me want to see a Super Squirrel comic just by itself and not as backup stories. I think it would have been a lot better, a lot stronger if it was all 4 parts in one comic. It's being split up, I don't think it was quite as well. The flow was a little off, and yeah, and I'll repeat that. I actually think it works better as a cartoon than it maybe would have as the comic, but whatever. So overall, the comic is good. It's just, I think, a little pricey for what it is. That's probably my only issue. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. It's out in comic shops today. If you don't know if you have a shop near you, don't know where a shop is near you, we've got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code, tell you your shop's near you. No shop, no problem. We got affiliate links. There are affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage. By doing that, you help support our site, though. Speaking of support, I want to thank DC for hooking us up with the review copy. We always like to be transparent and honest as to what we get for free, so you can decide how full of it I am with these reviews. And thank you for watching. And if you're into DC, if you're into comics, you can check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com, or on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.